Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today we are going to cut clutch number 6, and I believe we have 5 eggs. This is one of the clutches. It was a big Puma, and he was bred to my leopard enchi female. She laid 6 eggs. I think one of them was bad from the outside. I don't think it had veins, so we tossed that one out. And I think we cut it in another video, but I'm not sure. But there are 5 eggs. One of them looks like it's already out. A couple of them already started pipping, so I want to get the rest of them out. The ones that I've seen so far look really cool, so it looks like we maybe hit some good odds with this clutch too. So Big Puma was a Orange Dream enchi leopard pinstripe, and he was bred to a leopard enchi. So in this clutch, what we're looking for is super leopards, super enchis, OD pinstripe. So again, any 6 gene animals that we can get out of here is fantastic. Kind of like the last clutch that we cut, where I'm thinking we hit a super OD, super enchi leopard pinstripe. This one won't have super OD, but we can still hit super enchi and super leopard. And there aren't too many super leopards going around out there. I think really in the last couple of years they really proved out that there is a super leopard when they previously didn't believe there was. So hopefully we hit something that cool in this clutch. So let's take a look. Alright, so we're going to try a different angle and a different table in this video. I was doing the clutch cuttings on my other table, which was a lot higher, so it didn't allow me to kind of get a more downward view on these guys. As you can see, one of them already hatched, and I actually threw away the egg because they start to stink once they start coming out. This snake is a very cool looking snake. I'm thinking this one might be a 4 gene animal. It looks very similar to Big Puma, its dad. He's an Orange Dream leopard pinstripe enchi. Very similar to him. I think this may not have enchi in it because of how prominent like the pinstriping is. But we'll have to take a look. But it looks almost identical to him. It has a very similar head stamp to him. Let me get that in there. Beautiful snake. It came out really early. Not really early, but compared to the other ones, these 3 haven't pipped yet. And this one, as you can see, the nose is sticking out right there, blowing bubbles. But this snake is really cool looking. So I think we have a 4 gene animal here. Beautiful snake. So I'm actually going to cut this guy next since he's already starting to pip out. And scissors are so small, they're like kind of hard to get out. Pick up, off the ground. This should give you a better angle when I'm cutting the eggs too. I know some people said they were, and I noticed it too, where I was having some trouble keeping the eggs in view when I was cutting them, but I think this might make it a little easier for me. This snaky here looks like it might be just an enchi. It's hard to see because he's still in there pretty good. Maybe enchi Orange Dream. It's kind of really bright with the orange colors. Doesn't look like it's leopard, and definitely not pinstripe. So maybe this is an enchi OD or just an enchi. Looks like a big snake though. And I don't know if you're going to see this, but there's no, he just went back away. You can still see the umbilical cord, the umbilicus in there. So that one maybe looks like an enchi. It's a plain old enchi OD. This snake's really pretty. Big snakes too. I think this was this mother's first clutch as well. And I don't know if I'm going to keep her. She's a really pretty snake. She just finally started eating food now in the last couple weeks. So I'm hoping she gets back on there and just crushing food. This one looks very similar to the one that already hatched. So this might be a 4 gene animal too. This one actually looks a little brighter though. It's hard to say with And again, that small peek into what the baby looks like. It looks like this other one though, so I'm thinking they may be very similar. Now that I'm looking at though this one compared to the one that already hatched, with this one being a lot brighter, I'm wondering if this snake here does not have OD, and this one does have OD. This one looks more like the typical pinstripe coloring, where it's more kind of a goldy color. This one has a lot more yellow and orange to it, so I'm wondering if maybe this is a 4-gene animal. And again, it's kind of hard to tell when they're in the eggs. We'll definitely have to compare them all once they hatch to see which ones we think have super enchi and which ones we think have super leopard, if any of them do. I don't think the pattern on this one is crazy enough for it to be super anything. So I don't think we hit any supers yet. It's kind of not, you know, obviously when you're hitting these eggs, you're really just looking to get, you know, the most genes possible out of those combos, but it's also nice to kind of hit some more kind of plain snakes. And not everybody's in the market to be, you know, spending a ton of money on, you know, super expensive eggs, super expensive babies, I should say. This one's definitely a leopard. There's a lot of goo in there still, so I'm not going to play with this egg too much. This one's definitely a leopard, no pinstripe. Maybe leopard orange dream, if you can see that one in there. That's definitely a leopard pattern. May not be anything else, may just be leopard, but we'll get that one when we get it back out. Now these eggs weren't too early. Today's the 24th and they were due maybe around the 28th, so they were a couple days early. That's why I don't want to disturb them too much, the ones that didn't come out yet. They may not be ready to come out yet. My rule of thumb is typically to start cutting once 2 pip, and obviously this one here came out all by itself already, and this one just pipped. The rest of these, they didn't even come out yet, so I don't want to, you know, disturb these other ones too much because they may not be ready yet. But just cutting a little bit of a window for them to make sure they get out safely shouldn't harm them. They should be able to get out and finish their growth. This one's really cool looking too. This one also looks very similar to the guy that already hatched out. It's hard to say. It has a very similar head stamp. It may be the same exact snake. This snake's really big too. So I have pretty good odds in this clutch. Out of 5 eggs, 3 of them look like they have at least 3 or 4 genes, maybe more. 2 of them look a little more plain. But these 3 that have the really crazy patterns are really cool looking. See, this one here is actually starting to poke his head out a little bit too, if it'll focus on her. There you go. They all look like their dad, really. These 3 more gene animals kind of look like their papa, which is what I'm cool with. These snakes, you know, there aren't too many people breeding these what I call big cats, the big cat genes, the big cat combos, but they're beautiful snakes. I mean, this is super unique, and it's not a snake that has so many genes that it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. You know, it's going to be a little more expensive than, you know, just your plain enchi or orange dream enchi, but that's a cool looking snake that stays cool looking into adulthood and may even look better into adulthood, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. You know, you're not buying a clown pied, or you're not buying a you know, a crazy desert ghost combo, but you still get an awesome looking snake that has a couple genes, and, you know, it's completely different than, you know, the normal patterning that you'd find. So, really cool clutch. 3 awesome looking babies and 2, you know, more normal looking ones. You know, less genes, maybe 1 or 2 genes in them, but As far as holdbacks, I don't know if I'm going to hold any of these back. I guess I'll see once I get them all out and compare them to see if there's anything that looks like it could help benefit my collection. I don't know as of right now if there are. They may all be up for sale at some point here in the next couple weeks because I don't know how crazy they are. I know I hit the one Super OD in the last clutch, which I'm definitely going to keep. But none of these, they can't be Super OD. If maybe any of them are Super Leopard, Super Enchi, where I can be guaranteed to be passing on Enchi and Leopard to everybody, all their offspring, maybe you keep one of those. But they're not Het Pieds, they're not Het Clowns. So, you know, their value to me as holdbacks are kind of a little lower, especially because I have 4 clutches bred to Big Puma and they're all pretty similar. So I probably only want to keep like the biggest and the baddest looking hatchlings, but this one is really cool, and it looks like I have 2 more just like it that hatched out, or that will hatch out. So this clutch is really cool, and I have two more simple offspring in there too, so they will be, you know, in the little more kind of affordable price range for most people. But these other ones probably won't be too crazy priced either. They still don't demand a higher ticket price like some of the other morphs, even though they are completely unique and some of my favorites. Really, out of all the snake combos you can get when you're not adding in recessive traits, recessive meaning pied or desert ghost or clown or exanthic, this is some of the coolest snakes you can find, I think, in my opinion, where you don't have recessive traits. They just, adding Orange Dream and Leopard and Enchi and Pinstripe together just makes just some of the coolest head stamps, the coolest reduced patterns, and the brightest colors you're going to find on almost any ball python you're going to find. And actually, let me pull out Dad one more time, and I keep showing him all the videos, but he's just such a unique looking snake. And this is what he looks like as an adult. He's still super yellow. Really cool pattern. Really cool head stamp. Really bright yellow. Just an awesome looking snake. And as you can see, this one here definitely has more pinstriping. So maybe that one has a little bit of a different gene pool than Dad here, but Dad is a killer looking snake, and 3 of these babies in here are going to be really cool as well. But if you want a cool looking snake that stays pretty yellow, the Big Cat series that we do here, you know, this guy sired 4 clutches this season, so I'm going to have a lot of babies. This is where you're going to need to look to get some of these guys, because we're going to have a lot of them hatching out. He has really pretty eyes too. You're not going to be able to see him in there, but Big Puma here has some nice blue eyes. It's not going to focus on him. He's pretty active too. So yeah, these guys, they will probably be out of their eggs in the next couple of days. I'm actually going away for the weekend, so I probably won't get a photo of them until next week, and by that time this video will probably be posting, so the video or the pictures of them all hatched out will probably be posting simultaneously on Instagram as this video is posted. But snakes all look good. They're all alive and kicking now. They should all hatch okay. We should have 3 higher gene combo animals that pop out, and we'll be able to compare them to figure out what genes they have. These 2 are a little more simple. Like I said, this one looks like an Enchi, maybe Enchi Orange Dream. This one's definitely Leopard, but I can't really see the other genes that it has in there. And they should all hatch and be healthy in here in the next couple of days. So that is it for today's video. Thank you for stopping by, and please remember to like and subscribe. See ya.